is very, very sadhak. In the first shloka, Acharya Shankara communicates on the preparatory aspect of a student. Adhikari. In the second shloka, he beautifully presents how important is to gain the knowledge of the self. And here, Shravanam is emphasized. In the third shloka, Acharya Shankara points out the importance of reflection and contemplation, which is mananam. And in the fourth shloka, Acharya again emphasizes on assimilation and application of that very knowledge in our day-to-day life and in our reflection, which is nididhyasanam. In the last shloka, he points out on the realization aspect, which is anubhava. And we are discussing today on the first pada of the fifth shloka of the Sādhanā Paṅcakam. Ekānte Sukhamāsyatām. Ekānte here refers to being in solitude. Before getting into solitude, Acharya, as I had mentioned before, makes the student realize the importance of preparing himself to gain that state of solitude. Otherwise, it is not possible. Solitude is such a thing where one remains with oneself physically, emotionally, intellectually, and that will lead him to the spiritual oneness. Physically being alone is getting rid of the dependency on the external objects of life, for which one has to gain the knowledge as how the other objects are impermanent and how the objects cannot give me that joy which I am looking forward to. The joy what we are talking of here is that permanent, eternal, everlasting, never-ending, complete, total joy, which cannot be experienced with the help of the objects of the world. Reason is only one. None of them are permanent. Therefore, that which is impermanent cannot give me that permanent, exclusive peace of happiness, joy. Therefore, to gain that supreme ananda, one has to take recourse to that which is permanent. And the only thing which is permanent in life is that Atmananda, that peace within us, which is our true nature. And therefore, one has to first understand what is true nature. Therefore, Acharya started this very text saying, Vedaha Nityamadhiyatam. Having gained the knowledge, thus, also emphasizes on karma, as in Viveka Chudamani he said, Chittasya Shuddhaye karma natu vastupalabdhaye. Karma is very important to purify the mind and bring the mind quiet, so that in that quiet mind, knowledge is possible. Having thus gained the knowledge, how will one gain the knowledge? One has to go to the Guru. Therefore, Sangaha Suvidhiyatam. One has to take recourse to Satpurusha, a Guru, and gain the knowledge. This is otherwise called Shravanam, listening, gaining. And in the third shloka, he emphasized on contemplation, reflection. Having listened to the teacher, the student consciously puts in effort to contemplate upon, to reflect upon the teachings of the teacher. Vakya arthascha vicharyatam. This is how he started in the third shloka. Vicharyatam meaning what? To contemplate, to reflect, think, again and again think, and find out how it is correct. Whatever the teacher has taught and what the Shruti says, how is it correct? How can I assimilate this knowledge? Earlier, Shastreshu Guru Vakyeshu Satya Buddhi Avadharana Sa Shraddha Katita, says Shruti. Here, one has to have the faith, the Shraddha in gaining the knowledge, reflecting, contemplating on the knowledge, and deriving at the truth of those very contemplation. In the fourth shloka, Acharya presented Vidhidhyasanam, how I can assimilate the knowledge and apply in that very field where I am placed in this world. Having thus done, Acharya takes us to the final lap of this effort, sadhana, where one has to seclude oneself, one has to withdraw oneself from the whims and fancies of the world, from the other activities of the world, and withdraw the mind to abide in that very self which has been reflected upon. There he says, Ekānte Sukhamāsyatām. Sukham here is peace. Whenever we say peace, with the experience which we have already got earlier, our understanding of peace is absence of sorrow. 1. 2, that extra joy, if we may say so, which is born out of indulgence with the world of things and beings. But that is not the peace which Acharya talks about here in the fifth shloka. In the fifth shloka, Acharya talks about the peace which is independent of everything in the world. Therefore, it is not absence of sorrow, it is peace which is independent of everything, which is my true nature. Sukham. How do you get that Sukham? Ekānte. The first meaning of Ekānte here is being in solitude. Solitude here is physical solitude, meaning withdrawing our senses from the objects of the world, meaning not giving validity to the objects for our inner peace. Second is the emotional withdrawal. What is emotional withdrawal here? Thinking that the world of objects and emotions can give me joy, not knowing that Ananda Swarupaha Aham Asmi. If I can understand this through my reflection, that world of objects cannot give me joy, but I am the very joy itself. Happiness itself. Anandaha Ahameva Asmi. If this is understood, then secluding oneself from trying to think which are the objects which can give me joy, I reject everything, let go everything, and withdraw my mind and go within deeper and deeper and see that very joy which is my true nature. This is very important because As long as I don't contemplate within myself, as long as I don't think that world can give me joy, now we see, world tries to put all its efforts as though world pushes us towards those ephemeral joy. But a sadhaka is one who has gained that knowledge from the reflection earlier that they cannot give me joy because joy is in the subject. I have to validate, and since they are impermanent, I need not have to validate them. I am the joy itself. In this analysis, again and again you will find various scriptures giving us this knowledge. Manaha eva manushyanam karanam pandha mokshayoho. When we say manaha eva karanam, that means what? Mind is the main factor which clings on to the things and beings of the world, and it is the same mind which lets go the same things and beings to withdraw itself. In fact, minus mind, we are bliss. If we can use a small equation which Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmanji would always say, God plus ego is equal to man, men included. Therefore, man minus ego must be God. And what is this ego? Ego is nothing but our identification with this body, mind, and intellect, and assuming that these gadgets are me, myself, and something other than God. And having gained the knowledge from the Guru, having listened to the Guru and the teachings of the Guru with the help of the shastras, a student must withdraw himself and contemplate on what? Not on the things and beings, but on my own self, which the Guru has pointed out. The Shruti says, Etamannamayam upasankramya, etam pranamayam upasankramya, etam manomayam vijnanamayam anandamayam upasankramya, iman lokan kamanni kamarupyanu sancharan. Iman lokan kamarupam. One has to reject that. Come out of the Panchakoshas, which is described in the Shastra, and go within me. Search within me. Who is this Parabrahma Swarupa, which the Shastras talk of Atma, self, reality, truth, God, call it by any name you want. That principle which is me is the supreme reality, and that alone is me and not this body, mind, and intellect. If this is understood, a student takes this knowledge and then sits alone, withdraws his mind, and then finds out, starts thinking, what is this body made up of Panchamahabhuta, which are inert and insentient? It cannot function by itself. It must have something other than the body because of which it functions. Mind. Again, that can be objectified. I am aware of my thoughts. Intellect. Again, it can be objectified. As the science goes on to say, subject can never become the object. And vice versa. Object can never become the subject. If this is understood, I can see my body as an object. I can experience this body as an object. That is why we say my body. We don't say I body. Similarly, what is mind? Mind is not container of thoughts. The continuous flow of thoughts itself is the mind. I am aware of my thoughts. I am aware of the movement of the thoughts. I am aware of the various nature of the thoughts, quality and texture of the thoughts. And when I am aware of these thoughts, I am the subject, the thoughts are the object. Similarly, the decisions which have been made with the help of the intellect are again that which can be observed, that which can be objectified, that which are the known. I am the knower, I am the experiencer, I am the enjoyer of the decisions. Therefore, those become the object, I am the subject. That's body, mind, and intellect being object of my experience. They cannot be me. If I am not the body, if I am not the mind, if I am not the intellect, then who am I? This is the contemplation which the student have to do, secluding himself, withdrawing himself from the events and factors of the world, from the dim and door of the world. Withdraw, seclude, go alone, seek within. In fact, many of the camps which are conducted by various organizations are meant only for you to withdraw yourself from the regular indulgence of the world so that one may go within, seek within, contemplate, reflect, find out how these statements are true or false. Solitude is required because of the chanchala, asthira nature of the mind. As Bhagavad Gita says, yato yato nischarati chanchalaha manaha asthiram. What do I do that then? Tatastato niyam yetate atmani vavashunnayatu. Withdraw the mind. How? Be alone. Not lonely. Being lonely is different. There is again a dependency factor. Being alone is when I no more depend on the world of objects and beings. I become quiet within. And for me, I alone exist. And when I seek within, when I let go or reject this body, mind, and intellect, what remains is the principle, the enlivening principle, the Paramatma Tattva, I, the capital I, which alone is me. If this is understood, one comes to realize I am that principle because of which this body, mind, and intellect is able to function, minus which this is calcium. Start decomposing immediately. Then the next question comes. If I am not the body, mind, and intellect, what is this I am experiencing then? Who is that who is experiencing? And that is defined as the ego, the experiencer, the perceiver, the feeler, the thinker, I, the individual. And this whole gamut of world is thrown out by the mind projects. Every night when we go to sleep, it folds up. Therefore, we are unable to experience this world which we are experiencing. And we are at sleep. When we are at sleep, we will find, who am I? I am not this fellow who I am now speaking. I am not Swami Hamsananda. You are not what you are. In that deep sleep, there is complete absence of the identification of this individual with the body, mind, and intellect. But the moment I wake up from sleep, I again get attached to, again get identified with this world of confusion. In that solitude, while I am awake, the shāstra says, in check. If in sleep I don't experience anything, therefore the individual has not projected anything. There is no jiva bhava. When there is no jiva bhava, there is no jagat. There is no Ishvara too. The moment jiva bhava comes up, jiva, jagat, and then one Ishvara. In that withdrawal, neither the jiva, nor the jagat, nor the Ishvara is experienced. I alone am. I alone am. I alone am the Supreme. I alone that am that Brahman, which the Shrutis talk about. In this inner being, one gets the whole world. That is seclusion from the projections of the world, but being within, experiencing that supreme being without the disturbance of everything other than the world and the plurality. This can be achieved only when one withdraws completely from the world and remains within it. This only being can be experienced only in solitude. The shāstras, the teacher, always advise solitude because the moment I open my eyes, I see the winds and fancies of the world. The ear receives various sounds, and the whole pancha indriya just gets lost. Therefore, seclusion is required because of the weak mind. Mind is so weak that one small flimsy thing is sufficient for me to get lost. Therefore, withdrawal is important. Seclusion is important. When I seclude, when I find that there is no more enchantments available, then the mind finds what is to be done, seeks for something, and the mind slowly starts thinking. This mind is a mind which has already heard of the shāstras, have already reflected upon the shāstras, have already contemplated on oneself, and intellectually, logically, rationally, scientifically, it knows that the body is Shvara. Mind and intellect is impermanent. The one because of whom the body is able to function, mind is able to think, intellect is able to decide, that principle, that cause, which is causeless cause. This has to be arrived only through contemplation, reflection, assimilation, abidance, and being with oneself alone. None of these expressions outside. This quality is called Ekānta. Another version which is given elsewhere is Ekānte Sukhamāsyatām. Gain that sukha through reaching that one and only ultimate destination. There alone one can get sukham, never in this world. Therefore, reach there. Is the only call of the shāstra. Reach there again is one statement which we say, but it is not there. It is within. Reach my own true nature, my own svabhava. And that svabhava is sthira. It has no fluctuation. Anywhere there is fluctuation, it's not in Swabhava. Like for example, water's Swabhava is remaining at room temperature. You boil that water, the temperature has risen, but you again leave it quiet, slowly it comes down, cools down, remains. Freeze it in the freezer, it gains temperature, comes to room temperature, this remaining in its own nature is the Swabhava of everything. But unfortunately, this individual ego, instead of remaining in its own Swabhava, is running frantically, trying to search that very Swabhava, that very nature from the external world. Gurudev constantly says, you take a U-turn, meaning stop searching for the world, stop searching within. Starting to search within requires being alone in solitude. Being alone in solitude meaning not being tossed by, not being affected by, not being disturbed by anything other than me. Anything that disturbs me means I am not in that state of my own true nature. Remaining in that state of my own true nature is to be absolutely alone with my own self and not get carried away by anything other than me. Puja Guruji, Swami Tejavanti often says, if you don't stand for one thing, you will fall for everything. And this has happened to most of us, may all of us, we may say so. Exception sustained, but exception through the rule. Therefore, we find in this whole world, everybody is getting lost into their own objects of fantasy. Their own objects of fantasy is so powerful many times that in spite of the fact that I sit for meditation early morning, my mind, out of its own habit, runs behind that very fantasies. And then you will find, more often than not, mind later finds it to be very, dull, feels guilty, feels frustrated because the mind is unable to hold itself. It is never alone. Therefore, a counter habit has to be replaced. What is a counter habit? Whenever the mind is trying to run away, withdraw the mind. Yato yato nischarati manaha chanchalam astiram atastato niyam veitatu. This stronger habit has to be developed by withdrawing the mind. Withdrawing the mind meaning what? Withdrawing oneself. Stay alone. Stay alone from all these things. Remain alone. And say, they cannot give me the supreme joy. I am happiness itself. Wherein I come to understand, happiness is something which is noun. It is a name of my Swabhava. It is my Swarupa. Therefore, such a person who is established in his Swabhava, which is Anandam, which is Sukham, as said here, once he gains that, world becomes a toy. World becomes a play. As long as the body drops, he interacts with the world as though he is completely within himself, remains in himself. Body, mind and intellect as though plays with the world outside until the momentum stops and the body drops. But he is constantly, consistently, continuously, he is remaining in his own true nature alone. This is what Acharya said. Ekānte Sukhamāsyatām. The other side is the world is not at all the source of Sukha. It is completely Dukkha Swarupa. In the same text, Sādhanā Paṅcakam, earlier Acharya Shankara said, Bhava Sukhe Doshaha Anusandhiyatam. Anusandhiyatam in what? Constantly see dosha, flaw in Bhava Sukha. What is Bhava Sukha? Sukha that is born out of the world which is other than me. Since the things and beings of the world are impermanent, they cannot give me permanent joy. This is logic. This is law of nature. Therefore, if I am looking forward to that permanent joy, never-ending joy, everlasting joy, complete, total and pure joy, the only source is that which is permanent. And that which is permanent alone can give me permanent sukham, permanent shanti. In fact, if you remember my previous webinar, I had quoted one particular shloka. In Sundarakanda, Tulsidas ji starts the Sundarakanda with this shloka. And the first line says, Shantam Shashvatam Apramiyamanatham Nirvana Shanti Pradam. Shantam, the first one, Shanti Pradam, last one. Only the one who is quiet, peaceful in himself can give peace to others. When the whole world, everybody already are in pieces, how can that give me peace? You want sukha? The only way is search that which is the source of sukham. The source of sukham is my own eternal, everlasting, permanent nature, Sat, Chit, Ananda, Swarupaha, Tat, Brahma, Adeva. This meaning, at the initial stage, withdraw my body from indulging, withdraw my mind in getting desperate about it, withdrawing my intellect with a clear understanding that they are not the one that the human being is meant for. Jantunam Narajanmam. Such a difficult, difficulty to get this particular janma. We cannot afford to waste it because we don't know what we will be in the next janma. Therefore, come back. Mind will go. Again and again it will go. But again, Krishna says, Asamshayam Mahabaho Manaha Durnigraham Chalam. Yes, mind is like that. But how do I bring it back? With Abhyasa and Vairagya. Abhyasa of remaining alone. Vairagya from anything and everything other than my own Swaswarupa. Swaswarupa alone is me. Nothing else can make me or keep me at peace. Therefore, Ekānte Sukhamāsyatām. This mind, which is caught up with the world is called bandhana. Swaswarupa aham brahma. It's not caught up. It is eternally free. This mind which is taken as me is caught up with the world. And it is there, and therefore moksha is also for that same mind. Now there is no bandhana or moksha for the true me. The true me is eternally free. Hridaya kuhara madhye kevalam brahma matram aham aham iti sakshat atmarupena bhati. Aham eva aham asmi. What is what I am thinking I am? Mr. So and so, Mrs. So and so, Miss so and so, or Swami so and so, so and so. I cannot bring peace. Sukham. If that is what is your goal, Ekānte. Withdraw. Withdraw. Ekānte. In that supreme destination, which alone is the purpose of a human birth. To get liberated alone. No other business. Bhagavad Gita says, Vadharme nidhanam shreyaha paradharmo kayavaha. What is this vadharma? That which is my own business. What is paradharma? That which is none of my business. And what is my business as a human being is to seek my true nature, get liberated from this bandhana, and attain that supreme Buddha, which is me, myself, which is ekameva advitiyam. That alone I am. I cannot claim anything else to be me. Therefore, seeing this world, getting attracted to the world, getting bound by the world is not me. It's not my purpose of this Manushya Janma. My business, my own business is reach my own nature, which be in solitude, withdraw the mind and intellect, withdraw the body and senses and sense organs also, and go within. Atha para brahmatmanastiyakam concludes Acharya. Paraha, the supreme, Brahma, my own self, Atmana, self alone. This is the success story of every human being. Minus this, we are miserable failure. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam, vihatam sahare, bahutari. Dukhamayam jagat. Therefore, withdraw. Come back. Come back to your own home. This is my own home. This meaning, not the body, my own true nature. Brahma, Tattvam. That is my Swaswarupa. Ekānte Sukhamāsyatām. You want happiness? Go within, seek within, search within, and remain undisturbed. Forever alone is our goal. Mind which suffering supplied thing. World supplies you free. It just dumps dukkha. You want to be happy, eternally happy, everlasting happiness. Get back to your own. This being is being in solitude. With this, I go my webinar, and now I open for any questions which you may have. Thank you.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Swamiji, this is from Sunil Goel. This question of you can hand out is good, but mic is not seen. Can you see the question?
I am not able to hear you properly.
Can you see the question pane?
Shankara says enjoy the. Is that the one?
No, sound is breaking first, and second is the Kumar Kamsarapalli. Hari Om, nice seeing Swamiji after about 17 years, that's okay. And that's the only thing, two are there. There's no question as such.
Okay. Vibhadi?
Yes, Pranam Swamiji.
Yeah. That thing got opened up. Okay. There is a Sunil Goyal, isn't it?
Yes.
I have clicked on that. Sunilji, can you see me? Hari Om?
Wait, we'll have to unmute his mic.
Is it
Swamiji, can you unmute his mic? On that mic, can you unmute him?
Yeah.
Please do it.
Hello?
Oh, Sunilji is offline, Swamiji.
Oh,
there
okay.
is one question from Vijaya Lakshmi Bangera. We'll take it.
Okay.
Can you see that question, pen?
Yes, I can see the question mark.
Yeah.
So I'm unmuting her this one.
No, she has written it. She cannot. It's on the question pen.
Okay.
Typed question. I will read it for you. Service to men is service to God. Is this relevant in the context of understanding one's original Swarupa?
Wonderful. Service to men is service to God. It is very rightly said as Jana Seva, Janardana Seva, Nara Seva, Narayana Seva. If we understand the people as individuals and then serve, then there is lot of room for Raga Dvesha. Whereas, if I can turn my attitude, if I can change my attitude and say, every expression is nothing but his expression alone. Like, for example, the self in me is a same self which is everywhere, in everyone. Just as it is the same electricity in the bulb, in the fan, in the refrigerator. Everywhere we find the same electricity, whether it is in India, whether it's in America, it's in Japan or Australia, the electricity energy is one and the same. It expresses as light through the bulb, expresses as breeze through the fan, expresses as heat through the heater, etc. The energy is one and the same. Similarly, when I see people around me, the energy in them and the energy in me is the supreme energy which is God. So, while serving the society with a sense of joy, with a sense of oneness, that everyone is nothing but the expression of Bhagavan itself, Bhagavan himself. If I can understand this, serving the society becomes a joyful experience because I am serving Bhagavan only. If this is understood, when my mind is constantly thinking everything is Bhagavan's expression, my work becomes puja. My seva becomes an offering at his feet through Naraseva. I hope it is answered.
Yes. Now no more questions.
No more questions?
No. Thank you, Swamiji. It was really very nice. We enjoyed a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So with that
What
should be
again, Swamiji? Pranam, Swamiji.
Is there any more? Should we?
No questions.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope all of you enjoyed. I enjoyed a lot with all of you. Thank you so much. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.